What's up, guys? We are back. Another spooky episode coming at you for this great month that is October. How's your mom doing?
How's your mom? I still hate this month.
You're still recovering from the last one, I feel.
I'm not a fan. Let me just give you guys a fucking example why I hate this month. So we saw the Terrifier, right?
Yeah,
Terrifier
yesterday,
3.
actually.
Yesterday.
Yeah.
It was good.
Terrifier
actually.
3.
It was pretty good. I thought it was gory. I know that like some countries in Europe banned it. It's not that bad.
Come on.
The European mind just cannot comprehend.
Get desensitized, bro.
They're desensitized to like sexual shit.
Yeah. They get a lot more sex stuff.
Like straight up just porn. So that's one. And we saw that in theaters. I'm not a big seeing scary movies in theater fan.
Honestly, I'm kind of the same way.
It was empty.
It was empty, which I don't know. For me, that almost makes it more scary.
Yeah.
But
imagine if a fucking Art the Clown.
Bro.
What would you do? What would you do?
I don't know, man.
I
don't know. Because I'm like, dude, I sort of get it when in movies where you see those people. Because like I'm there, I'm like, I paid money to be here. It's probably not, but if it is.
Let me say though, I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm not even risking that chance.
Well, you and I, we've been watching spooky movies together for,
years.
I think since I've known you.
Years.
Yeah. Back in college, like we would have a weekly spooky movie night.
I remember we covered that on last episode too.
Yeah. And like I remember, I don't know if you remember this. There was one time where it was back when we would go out downtown to 6th Street.
Uh-huh.
And it was end of the night and we were walking back to, I think we were going to Joey's because it was when he was living.
He was still downtown.
Yeah. And we were just walking and we hear just like this far off scream.
And we ran.
And yeah, because we've seen so many movies where they're just like, nope. And we just full on sprinted.
The entire group.
The entire group. I don't know how many of us there were, but everyone just sprint full speed.
I remember that.
Back to the apartment.
It's like, oh, fuck, no, we're not dealing with that.
Yeah, because we know the rules.
Yeah, we know the rules.
Yeah,
So we saw that. And Halloween, or the month of October, my wife likes playing scary movies nonstop as background noise. And this is more...
Not just during Halloween.
Not just... But now, instead of
Especially.
playing on her monitor, it's on the fucking TV.
Oh, the one that you guys...
Yes.
About.
And it's like... It's a little bit difficult just because I'm not too keen on that. Then like there was like a spot where I
It's
looked
not just...
over and I fucking caught a jump scare at the right moment.
What movie was it?
I don't remember it.
You ran away too fast.
It's so many. Like I asked her, I was like, can we please watch like some cartoons or something? Like fucking like Gumball.
Yeah.
Powerpuff Girls. The PPFs.
I would watch Archer if there was ever a spooky movie that was too
So
much.
that's going on. But anyways, what's the episode?
So today's episode is on a game that I really like called Dead by Daylight. It's a little different from the game we covered last, which was kind
Content
of
warning.
Yeah, it was kind of it had spooks in it, but it was also kind of humorous. The giant whisk head. It's just like it's spooky when it catches you by surprise, but then afterward you're like, why the fuck is there a giant thing with a giant whisk head and a giant snail just kind of like coming at you like that?
It's more what the fuck.
This one is it's more on the serious side of spooks, but also it's got a competitive edge to it. It's not like playing a game like Silent Hill or Resident Evil.
There is a ranked game mode.
Yeah, there's ranked game modes.
It's a fucking esport.
Yeah, there's an esports scene around it.
It's an esport.
It's really interesting.
It's weird because you're like, how the fuck could a spooky game develop an esports scene?
Yeah.
Well, we'll cover that.
Yeah, and I'm curious if when they first made this game, if that was really even their intention, if they just wanted to make a fun.
I don't think so.
Game,
right?
and then just of course gamers take everything too far.
No Koreans though.
Well, I don't know, maybe. Who knows? But yeah, so you before this episode, had you ever played Dead by Daylight, or was it new to you
No,
when you?
It was new to me.
Okay.
But I did end up seeing. So my son played it at a competitive level. Like he got
Mm-hmm.
to diamond ranking or whatever. And I'm talking about Rye.
Yeah,
Right. So
yeah.
like he's a weird one because he likes DVD, a competitive scene. It's to me it just blows my mind. So I've seen him play it, but the way that I've seen him play it was different from how we played it. And it was different from how someone that we played with in the gameplay video, which you guys will see, Mike.
Yeah.
Mike plays it in a completely different way. That's how my son played it. I've seen Jane play it, I think, with you actually, just as a spectator. And not gonna lie, at the time I wasn't a fan. To this day, I'm somewhat more of a fan now, but I don't see myself playing it that much.
Yeah, yeah, it's fair. So yeah, for those of you who have no idea what this game is about, it's a what's called an asymmetrical PvP game. Meaning, symmetrical being like something like League of Legends, where it's like 5v5, right? The
Okay.
teams are equal.
Ah, I see.
Asymmetrical, it's described that way because the way it works is there's four survivors against one killer.
1 kilo.
And so the objective is for the killer is just to get
kill.
each of the 4 survivors to kill them, specifically to put them on these hooks 3 times each. That's how you win as the killer.
Yeah.
For survivors, their whole objective is there are these, no matter what map there is, there's more than 5 generators, but they have to activate, I think, 5 generators total, so that they can open the gates.
hatch.
Yeah, and get out.
Yes.
They're not trying to take down the killer or anything. They're just trying to get out.
Because imagine trying to fight a fucking
Xenomorph
or
or
I'm not gonna say it.
or
I'm not
his
gonna
name.
say it. I'm
He
not
who
gonna
must
say it.
not be named.
I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it.
So yeah, like that's the basic objective, and so the game starts. There's no like map or anything, right? So like the killer's got to find the survivors. The survivors have to find the generators and like work on them, and so the way that works is let's before I go too into like the gameplay. Let's talk about just kind of like the story behind it, because
There's a story.
there's lore behind this game.
Or this is news to me.
Yeah, dude. So it's interesting because like if you go into the game and look at like every character, like they all have a bio and everything and backstory and stuff like that, and it's all having to do with basically this. They all get trapped in like this realm, and I can't remember what the realm is called, but there's something there called the entity. And it's basically hell. They're basically in hell because they essentially, even if they die, they get like remade and then made to do it all over again.
Are they bad people? Were they bad people in
Not
the
all of
previous
them.
life?
Not
how
all
could you
of
end
them.
up there?
A lot of the survivors are good. I mean, Nicolas Cage is there, bro, just as himself.
That's right.
And so now the killers. So one cool thing about this game is obviously it's got the licensed characters.
IPs, yeah.
Right? So you got Ghostface. You got the Xenomorph from Alien. You got Chucky. You've got Pinhead from Hellraiser. You've got a bunch of like classic horror movie.
Jason Voorhees, is he on there?
No, Jason Voorhees is interesting because he's had this whole problem with who actually owns the IP for
Really?
Yeah, for Friday the 13th.
How about Freddy Krueger?
He's in it.
He is in there, right?
He's in there. So there's like a lot of like known baddies, but at the same time, there's a lot of original killers to the game.
I see. How about known good guys aside Nick Cage?
He's not playing himself like Nick Cage, but oh my gosh, I'm blanking on the actor's name, but Ash from Ash versus Evil Dead. Yeah, I'm blanking on his name.
Oh wow, he's in there.
He's in it. He's in it as Ash.
I see.
But like the actor voices the character in the game and everything.
One of my favorite characters in all the video games is in there.
Yeah?
Bill.
Oh, Bill. That's right. Bill from
4
Left
Dead.
4 Dead is a survivor.
Yeah.
And yeah, he has some good perks.
His
which,
perk is
again,
cool.
We'll cover that in the gameplay. But so, like, all of them have a story of how they ended up in this realm.
In heck.
And so do the killers. Actually, this mask I just found here.
That's weird.
Yeah, I don't know how I got here, but I was kind of lucky. Is from an original killer from the game called the Legion, and the Legion technically is 4 characters.
The Trapper.
No, Trapper's his own thing.
Oh, okay.
Legion is literally just like a guy or gal in a hood, and that's what I mean by it's 4. It's depending on the skin you pick. You're one of the 4 people that make up the Legion, but it's basically just 4 kind of like psychotic people that just go around with a knife. And so like the entity kind of like found them in the real world and was like, hey, like you're kind of psychotic. You want to like come in here and just kill people for like your living, for your whole purpose.
For your living? I can't imagine.
Yeah.
They have like a 401k.
Yeah.
They get fucking paid. Like
no.
PTO.
They just get off on killing people. And so like, cause the entity's whole thing is that it feeds on like the fear and terror of the survivors.
I see.
And so it creates this realm where they're just in this cycle of getting chased down and killed over and over again. And that's sort of the lore behind it. And I think they're actually, I think there might be a Netflix series coming out.
No way. On Dead by Daylight?
Yeah, or I don't know if it's Netflix or Amazon or something, but I know someone's working on a series. Tubi. But then also, do you know we've played a few of the games from, I think it's called Supermassive, but the Man of Medan and the Quarry.
I love that game.
That company made a game called The Casting of Frank Stone, which is set in the
Dead by Daylight
universe. Yeah.
When's that? Is that out?
It's out. Yeah.
Why the fuck haven't we played that one?
So
Man of Medan and the other one that he just named, I forgot the name.
The Quarry.
The Quarry. So we played it. We play it always in a group setting, and we don't play it online. We play it offline.
It's on the couch as a group.
Yeah. And that's how we played those games. We finished both, and
they're sort of like really advanced choose your own adventure type games, and we all get like our character and try to survive. You have gotten me killed multiple times
in both games.
So
has Jonathan though. He got you killed on the first one.
That's right. Maybe
but we haven't played. Okay.
Yeah. No.
Maybe another episode on that because I love that series.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun, and dude, there's so many other games from that.
And the fact
collection.
that it's very quality. And if they're pulling from the Dead by Daylight world, which honestly, quite frankly, surprised me on how much I enjoyed parts of it.
Yeah, parts like gameplay wise.
Yes.
Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into the gameplay then.
Hold on, before we do, who made this game?
Who made this game? Is made by a studio called Behavior, and that's pretty much all I know about that. They were sort of a Riot game situation where they just had Dead by Daylight. I think they're starting to pan out. Actually, another Dead by Daylight universe game, no joke, is a dating sim.
What?
You remember when KFC put out its dating sim?
I finished that one.
It's similar to that, where it's like super cartoony and cutesy, but like the Trapper is one of the characters.
I know what you're talking about. I've seen it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's interesting.
Dude, what's with games making dating sims like that? Like Pal World did one.
Pal World did a dating sim?
Oh yeah, and you could date the pals.
Dude, did you hear about the Nintendo?
About Typhlosion?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not gonna talk about that on here, but but so yeah. So
how old is this game? Because it looks great.
Yeah, it came out in 2016, so it's 8 years old now.
Oh damn,
that's crazy. Whew, that's
sold
crazy,
enough to get me cigarettes at the store.
8 years old.
Okay.
Yeah, so 2016 is when it came out, and they've been like, they release things in chapters. which like
Is that,
expands
like-
on the lore actually.
Are chapters like leagues? Do they reset every 3 months or something?
So actually, a league or a season is actually just it resets like every month.
Every month?
Every
what
month.
the fuck?
Yeah.
Wait,
You try to get as high as you can in the rankings before like the next monthly reset, and then
every month? Mm-hmm. That makes it kind of more impressive that Rai got that high. Honestly, that motherfucker is hard
Yeah,
stuck
'cause
in bronze in league.
the way it works is like at a lower. Well, actually, we're going to get again into the gameplay later, but so yeah, it resets every month. But the chapters, that's when they release basically a new, at least one new character. Most of the time, it's like a new survivor paired with a new killer. But every once in a while, it's just one. Like when Nick Cage came out,
Maybe that's a standalone.
it was just Nick Cage. Like he got his own thing.
You think you ever played this game?
Nicolas Cage? I don't know. Do you think he plays games in general? I don't know. I've never really gotten a he's a gamer vibe from Nicolas Cage.
But I can also see it.
I mean, I guess you can't really see anything coming with that guy.
Yeah, like the dude from The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent.
Good movie, by the way. I saw it recently.
He would be fucking playing games.
I guess so. I guess.
Okay, so what's the gameplay like to you? I want to know what you think of it.
So it's really tight. It's been the same pretty much since
Since its inception.
Since its inception, it's always like repair 5 gens, open the gates, get out, don't get killed. Killer is just trying to get people on hooks, and so it's sort of interesting because there's not really a clear win-loss screen for the survivors versus the killer because like you know when you go into like let's say you're playing solo as a survivor, right? So you go in, you get paired up with like 3 randos. If you're like the first to get killed, the rest of the 3 survivors could make it out. You don't know because your game's over.
I see.
And so it's just like, did I win or did I not win? And so that's where it's there's sort of been like
iffy.
There's been sort of community made rules on like what's considered a victory and not. So like,
But hold on, they can't have that if it's a fucking esport.
well, so I know it's an esport because I've seen some videos. I have not looked into how the sport actually works in like a official setting because like I don't know like who are the teams. Is a team like 4 survivors and they have their own killer and they're going against another 5 people. I don't actually know the rules. I just know that it's a thing. Like I know that like and there's even like I know I've seen it where a game like came down to basically a sudden death and that just meant that it's just 1 killer and 1 survivor and the survivor has to like it's basically a timer to see how long the survivor can outrun a killer and whoever lasts.
Oh, it's not even
longer-
Gen.
It's not even Gen at that point. The sudden death. It's just who can outrun the killer the longest on which team. So there's a lot of crazy rules probably out there that I have no idea what they are, but I know it's a thing.
You know what? I can see the esport being in the way where it's 5v5.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, a
killer from the
one
other team.
Yeah. This team's killer goes against this team's 4 survivors,
And then vice versa.
Yeah, they swap. Okay. I can see that being how it goes, but I'm not sure. It's
so let me describe to you what I thought of the gameplay. Mm-hmm. It felt like playing tag.
A little bit, yeah.
It felt like, it did feel like tag because it's like
tag mixed with dodgeball.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And I'm fucking running.
Yeah.
And I'm bad. I'm bad at this game. I've failed every single fucking generator run. and so whenever you you need to get 5 generators running. It takes a long time to get the fucking generator to work, to get fixed. And there's 5. So I'm trying to be a useful teammate. And there's it speeds up the process if multiple people work on the generator.
Right.
And so someone would be working on it, be it Dorian, Jane, Mike, or Tori, or whoever we're playing. And I'm over there, all right, time for me to help. And then I fucking go up there. It does the skill check, and I fail. Without fail.
Yeah.
I fail. And it makes a fucking noise.
Yeah.
And then it tells the killer, where the noise came from.
Yeah, yeah.
And so I'm like, I'm so fucking sorry.
Yeah, because so like the way the fixing a generator works, it's just you're just holding down a button, and so like while you're holding down the button, your person's just kind of like cranking, pulling levers, and all that
Cranking
stuff,
hogs.
but just randomly. It won't. You don't really have any indicators to
Indication,
when.
yeah.
There's technically a little sound cue that happens right before it happens, where it'll be like a little cling or something like that. But when it happens, this little circle will appear on screen, and there's, in the circle, there's like a little segment that you have to stop this moving pin in that segment. But like the thing moves kind of fast, and so you have to be like ready for this thing to pop up and hit the space bar.
Which is so fucking weird because I'm so good at DDR.
Yeah.
And like I'm good at the finger DDR and the foot DDR. But that one, I don't know what it is.
Well, let me ask you this. Would you be as good at DDR if at any moment a killer could just
Probably
step out from
not.
behind the machine?
Probably not. and so, another aspect of the gameplay was that it also feels like hide and seek. Because so you're trying to hide from the killer while you guys get the generator running. And the killer's point of view is
First person.
it's first person, except
in one special case.
he who must not be named. Starts with a C.
And
Sounds like Hucky. And there were instances where I was hiding in like active places or just praying that like the killer doesn't show, because there's lockers that you could hide in. There's like little nooks and crannies that you could hide in, and you could legit just stop fucking moving because the grass and shit moves, right?
The grass. Also, there's birds that like if you walk by a bird, it'll like caw and fly off and stuff, and so that can be like a
an
sign.
indicator. Yeah. So like there's times where I'm just like hiding in a fucking locker praying, right? But then I didn't realize that I think you saw me. If it wasn't you, it was mine. Like you saw me go into the locker, and then I didn't hear anything. I was like, okay, it's fucking clear. I go out and I'm like, ah! Oh man, I was not fucking happy. But yeah, it's like an instance of tag, hide and seek, dodgeball,
Yeah, in the sense of like if you get hit, you're out, kind of.
and DDR.
Yes, I guess.
And it sounds like a lot. It is a lot to some. So maybe if you're not so easily scared like I am nowadays, you would probably enjoy it a little bit more. I think younger me would have enjoyed this more.
Yeah. Okay. That's right. Because you told me that you used to play a lot more, but
scary
as you got
games.
older, you got more scared.
Yeah, I got more
See,
scared.
for me, this game, because I played it a good amount, I was scared at first.
Uh-huh.
Like I would always get like jump scared anytime I saw the killer like coming toward me at all. But
Not
like
anymore?
because I got more into it and I got into like making builds and like learning the meta and all that stuff. I'm playing it like I'm playing League of Legends now. Like I'm
That's
just
crazy.
like fuck you, dude. I'm like
That's actually crazy.
yeah, and so
Do you actually? You see it like in a like just like a
man,
regular
like,
ass game.
There's been times where I do rage a little bit at this game because like
That's
I'm just like, this is
incredible.
fucking bullshit.
That's actually incredible.
Yeah, it's
Not
cool.
me, bro.
So, but yeah, like let's talk about that. Actually, is actually you mentioned that like it seems like a lot because like and it kind of is. It's a very on the surface it seems like a simple game, but when you start peeling back the layers,
donkey.
donkey. There's a lot more to it because so every character, the killers and then also the survivors, they all have perks, and so you kind of build a loadout.
When he says perks, think skill tree from like different games. Like if you're into ARPGs, like Diablo 4, like it's a skill tree.
So you unlock the perks via the skill tree, like the blood web and stuff.
Yeah.
And so the perks you choose almost kind of like a loadout. You choose 4 perks to bring with you.
So
And
like COD, like sleight of hand.
yeah, like all these passive things that give you some sort of edge, right? And so, like for example, one that I always take because I'm blind in real life is a perk called Windows of Opportunity. And what this does is it basically on your screen, it'll highlight every like pallet and window or ledge that you can like vault over or use to like knock in the way. You can see it like clearly outlined on your screen.
That's sick.
So like if you start getting chased by the killer, you're
You know
like,
where
I'm
to
running
head.
that way. I'm gonna like be dropping pellets. I'm gonna be jumping over ledges and everything.
Parkour.
Parkour, hardcore parkour. And so because that's part of the mechanics also, right? And so the killer typically is just like if the survivor and the killer are just like on an open field, right? And they're just running in a line.
Yeah.
Killer's always going to be faster than the survivor. They're always going to be able to catch up. So like the survivor is always at a disadvantage when it's just like running in a straight line. So the survivors always want to like, they want to like cut corners. They want to jump over little ledges or whatever because the survivors are a lot more nimble. And so when they vault, it's like instant. Killers can vault also, but it's like this big like it slows them down.
Like clunky ass thing.
And same thing if like you drop a pallet. If you drop the pallet on them, they'll actually like get stunned for a bit, but then they also have to like take time to like break the pallet because they can't vault over the pallet and stuff like that because they're dumb killers. And so like that's where a lot of the skill comes in is like these teams that like probably do this esports stuff. There's probably some guy on that team that's just like an expert at what's called looping killers. And dude, like there's meta, like there's
Is that the one where like they're
terminology.
in front of you and then you're just fucking with them?
Kind of, yeah. So
oh man, I've seen that because Rye does that. Like whenever he was playing.
And the maps are somewhat procedurally generated. There's certain parts of it that are always there, and then other times where something will be there, maybe not be there. And so there's something that like the community calls a jungle gym, and it's basically a tile where it's a good place to loop a killer because
it's like a square tile.
There's lots
right?
of there's lots of walls, there's pallets, there's windows, so you can like have the killer wasting a lot of his time chasing you through there.
I have legitimately seen Rye do. His teammates are out. This motherfucker is toxic. This kid is my kid. And the three survivors are out. He's the last one. He chose to stay to just fuck with the killer. And like the killer's trying to catch him and like he's right in front of him. And the killer can't do a damn thing. The killer fucking quits the game.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the hell happened?
Yeah.
Apparently, okay, so that's it. That's annoying.
There's also there are assholes out there that will make bully squads of survivors where they take not only perks that help them run from a killer, but they also bring. So like another aspect of the game is when you go into a match, you can bring an item with you, with being either a toolbox, flashlight, or a med kit.
Yeah.
Med kits let you like heal and recover faster.
Toolbox is faster gen.
You can also sabotage hooks with them. And then the flashlight, this is where the bully squads come in, is when you shine a flashlight in the killer's eyes long enough, like on the killer's end, their screen like goes like completely white and like they get stunned and like they can't see anything for a bit. And so these bully squads
bring 3 flashlights.
They'll all have flashlights. They'll all like know how to loop perfectly. So they'll drop a pallet while the killer's stunned. They'll shine the flashlight so it gets stunned again. And like it's just like it's mean, dude. The thing is, a lot of the times they still end up losing. It's just that they prolong the game so much that a lot of the times the killers just quit.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of like it's kind of toxic, but
fucking toxic.
Yeah.
But the game, as far as gameplay wise, like I think my descriptors were pretty accurate, at least to how I felt.
Yeah,
with
yeah.
playing the game.
Hide and seek, dodgeball.
That's whenever
tag.
I played as a survivor.
Did you ever play as the killer?
I played as a killer once.
Which killer did you play as?
It's like the trapper, I think.
Oh, okay, that
It sucked.
he's the worst one in the game, actually.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. He was also he's like the original. He's sort of like the poster child for the game, but he's also the worst one in the game.
Yeah, it did not feel good. But let me say, as a killer, I was less stressed.
I bet.
I wasn't worried about fucking hiding or anything. It felt, oh, big dog.
Yeah.
I'm a big dog.
Yeah. You better
And
run.
I'm Roman Reigns, yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I didn't quite enjoy it as much. I thought I would.
You
Not gonna
didn't
lie.
enjoy being killer as much as Survivor.
No, I like.
Interesting.
It's weird because
Yeah.
I was scared, but I felt, I felt like I was having more fun as a killer, or not. Sorry, not as a killer, as a survivor. Like I think running away gave me more excitement, and like maybe it's because like I was playing with friends too, so maybe that's like an indicator. Because I played killer solo, right?
Gotcha.
Sorry.
Oh, so you went against randos as killer? Oh, okay. And that's Trapper, yeah. I wish you would give it another try as like a better killer, because my favorite killer to play as is Sadako
Yeah, from the ring.
From the Ring. In the game, she's known as the Onryo. All the killers are known as like the something. So Ghostface is actually, I think, just called the Ghostface.
That's cool.
But like Freddy Krueger, for example, he's called the Nightmare. Yeah, it's kind of cool like that. But I love playing as Sadako because like every killer's mechanics. That's one thing I'll give up that is to me more interesting about the killers is because like a survivor, when a new survivor comes out, all that really means is 4 new perks and like a new character model. There's no survivor that has like a unique thing about them.
Not even a cage.
Not even Nick Cage. They come with their 4 unique
Abilities.
perks.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you can mix and match on whatever survivor. So you can take like all of Nick Cage's perks and be on a different survivor.
So when the new survivor comes out, if you don't own it, can you not use their perks?
No.
So it's kind of gatekeepy.
So I mean, it's.
Are you able to buy the characters with in-game currency?
You can.
Oh, okay.
And so that's the thing, because like when I think of that sort of model, I think of like League of Legends, right? That's like the
Back
most.
then,
That's
the old league where you had to buy the champs.
right. Yeah, I guess they do kind of give you a lot more currency these days. But like,
Oh wait, I forgot. It's different because I have Xbox Game Pass, and so everything is unlocked.
I never felt like in League of Legends, I never felt like I had to play that much to get enough to buy a character.
Is it the same for DBD?
That's what I was gonna say. I don't know because while I do like that game, I don't play it that much, So I'm like, I don't know if I played Dead by Daylight the same way I used to play League. I don't know if maybe then I would be like, oh yeah, I can like play enough and get a character pretty, because it gives you every time that you level up your profile level, it gives you currency to.
I see.
That to start putting toward a character or something.
Okay.
But I don't know. I'm curious to see like how long you'd have to grind to get a character for free. That's what I'm not sure about.
Okay.
But that is something that I don't. So here's the thing. Here's how it works, right? So like, if you have a survivor, you can use their 4 perks that are unique to them, and then there's also a bunch of perks that are sort of just like neutral perks that are just like baseline for everyone.
Yeah.
But the thing is, this survivor's 4 or unique perks. In order to use those unique perks on a different survivor, I have to first like prestige this survivor. So I have to like grind this survivor up to level 50 on the blood web.
Unlock. It doesn't just let you use it if you own it.
Not on other characters. So you can't start mixing and matching them until you prestige the character.
What the fuck?
That's where I'm like, that is kind of grindy.
That's really grindy.
Because like there was a build that I was trying to make, but it required perks from like 3 different characters. And so in order to bring all those perks together, I had to prestige 3 different characters in order to start using them all on one character.
That doesn't sound fun.
Well, and so I guess that's where it really depends on if you like the game or not. If you love playing the game, then it's like no problem because you just play the game to do it. But if you're not really enjoying the game that much, that's kind of a. I
guess that's a way to look
gate,
at it.
Yeah, that's kind of a gate that you'd have to get past. So yeah, that's one thing where I'm like, I don't know if I agree with that or not, because like I like bringing together the different builds and everything, but like I don't like having to grind a character just
I
to
see.
just to get him. So
Let me ask you one thing. Who's the sexiest, hottest killer on there?
oh man, that is a tough one.
Really? It's a tough one.
No, because they're all not that
Oh, okay.
attractive.
I thought it was like the other way.
I guess probably there's one called, oh my god, what's her name? I don't remember her name. There's like this character where she uses like tech to kill people. So she'll like set up like these sensors, and she has like this like kind of like almost like Slade mask where it's like covering half her face, kind of thing.
She a baddie?
She's the most normal looking out of all the female killers, so I guess her.
I think for me, it's the idol. Right?
Oh, the K-pop dude.
guy.
Yeah, there's literally, so he's an original character to the game. Literally, his backstory was he was actually a K-pop idol who just like went insane.
Yeah. I think he's the hottest.
He's interesting because like his whole mechanic is he just like rapid throws little knives.
Kunai.
And they don't like immediately hit you. He has to like stack up a bunch of little hits on you to like count as one official hit, but it's ranged. So that's the thing. You have to like kind of be like bobbing and weaving while you're getting like hit by knives and stuff.
That's kind of cool.
Oh wait, I think that was my original point before, is that the killers are more interesting because each killer that comes out has like a unique mechanic to them.
So like,
so Sadako.
Yeah.
She's really cool because she
has televisions.
She has, yeah. So it'll put TVs randomly all over the map, and you can teleport to them. And when you teleport to them, you like crawl out of it and stuff.
So it's a slow one.
It's a slow one, but also what it does is if there is any survivors within a certain radius of you coming out of the TV, it starts applying like a stack of this debuff. And if the debuff gets like full stacks, I don't have to put you on hooks 3 times. I can just kill you outright with like Sadako herself.
That's kind of sick.
And she does like the movie, like she kind of just like stares at them and stuff, and they kind of just like freak out and die.
That's kind of cool.
It's kind of cool. It's hard to do. It's because it takes like a few stacks, and like what the survivors can do is they can like get rid of that stack by
stepping out.
They take a video cassette out of a TV and have to run to another TV across the map and put it in there. But they're vulnerable.
I get it because it extends the 7 days.
Yeah. Also, she has 2 modes. She like goes invisible. When she's invisible, she can't attack you though. But you move faster and they can't see you until you're like starting to get close, and then she like kind of starts like flickering into view. It's so cool, dude. It's so cool. And so then you have to like actually like manifest yourself in physical form to kill them and stuff like that. But I love
that sounds
her.
fucking sick.
Yes. There's so many killers that have so many cool
and they're all so they're in a first person except one character, right? So
yes.
So Hockey is like,
which I feel like if anything you should play as him. I feel like that would get you over your fear. No?
I saw that fucker and I fucking left the game. Hard quit.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not.
I was playing Chucky.
I saw. Oh, God, like that.
He's top tier in the game, actually.
Yeah, I mean, if you're fucking what the heck? Is that a ghost?
What did that? Is Timo okay?
It's popcorn.
Is popcorn Poppy?
But no way.
Because he's the only killer in the game
that's third person.
Is not first person. It's third person. Also, he has a mechanic where you enter this temporary mode where. So usually when a killer starts getting close to you, you'll hear like a heartbeat. Yeah. That's sort of just an audio cue to let you know, hey, the killer's close. It doesn't like tell you exactly where he is, but he's close. When he goes into this mode, he doesn't activate the heart mode. Instead, what it does is all around the map, it'll start just making like little like pitter patter noises, like running.
I heard that, and
so like you could be working on a generator and hear this like. He could be nowhere near you. You don't know, or he could be right there. And when he's in that mode, he also gains access to like this charge where he gets like a speed boost and can slash. In addition, when he's in that boost mode, if there's like a pallet or a ledge, he can like just slide under it and stuff. And so he's too good, bro. He's too good.
Alright, I'm done talking about that fucker.
Yeah. So yeah, there's a lot of mechanics that you can like really uncover and like get technical with.
Yeah.
My Discord's popping up.
And you know what? So Dorian mentioned like the sounds of sea hockey, right? So it's like you hear the pitter patter. Again, what contributes to this game being so fucking good?
Sound,
design.
dude. Horror and sound.
The silence sometimes is.
The heartbeat, like I was just talking about. When you hear that heartbeat,
When I hear that, I panic.
yeah, because like, dude, it really sucks because the radius, it's almost like it's like an orb. It's not just like a 2D thing. And so there are certain maps where it's 2 floors. And so if you're fixing a generator on the 2nd floor, he could be on the floor below you. It'll still be setting off the heart. And so you're like, is he near me or is he not even close? I don't know. It freaks you out.
Yeah, that made me panic. I think the first game, like, I mean, I'm just. Whew,
Keep talking. I'm gonna turn off my Discord.
it's okay. Who the fuck is blowing it up? Who the fuck blowing it up?
It's weird. My Discord wasn't on. So anyway, the design.
The sound design is very good. I
Yes.
think, you know what? Most of the games we've covered in the past, like maybe 2 months, have been incredible sound design games.
Yeah, not just the horror ones, I guess. But yeah, this one, it's like we said, like the ambient noises really like they play a part in spooking you, but also into the game mechanics themselves. But also, I love, like we mentioned earlier, like what's his name? Ash. I can't remember the actor's name.
Ash.
Campbell. What? It's something Campbell.
It's okay. It's Ash.
Like he did the actual voice, but then also like the killers themselves, like Chucky actually, another occasion where they actually got the original actor to do the
Seriously?
voice. I'm blanking on his name too, but not only that, like something like the Xenomorph from Alien, like they did
got
such
the
a good job
voice.
of doing like the hissing and the
Yeah.
screeching and stuff like that. It's all top notch. Like they really go above
The
and
distance,
beyond.
I think.
Yeah.
I think that's why this game was so good.
Michael Myers is in the game, and so like it's kind of cool with him because like his core mechanic is he's supposed to stalk people before he kills them, and so like he basically kind of just stands near you and has you in his sights, and like the longer he does it, he puts you in a debuff mode where he just insta downs you, but when that mode triggers. It does the din 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 din. You hear that music and you're like, "Fuck! Oh no!" It's so cool.
It is a good game. I won't be playing it again.
Never again.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe if they come out with like a killer that like I
Who's
really
a
like.
killer? Where if they came out with this killer, you'd be like, "I need to play as that guy or gal."
Let me think.
If they put the Terrifier in the game,
I don't care about Terrifier that much.
oh,
I like Art the Clown, but you know he's in fucking COD.
I know. Don't even get me started.
I'm trying to think. There's like no killer that comes to mind that I would play. Oh, maybe Batman. or actually, sorry, the Powerpuff Girls.
It's a Legion situation where you can play as either
As
Blossom,
any,
Bubbles, or
Buttercup,
Buttercup.
Because like I saw a reason. It's like, would you rather fight the Powerpuff Girls for a year or Batman for a day? Right? Batman all day.
Dude.
No, put me on Comatose, whatever, 2 months. Did
I
the
guess
Powerpuff
so.
Girls beat the dog shit out of
Yeah.
Mojo Jojo when
Every
he
day.
is on a day off?
Yeah.
He was just minding his own business.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
whoop his ass. No, bro.
Wait, so what's your favorite horror movie?
There's like far too many I've seen, and it's like the creep guy.
Bro, you know they're making a new one?
And you creep?
It's not called like Creep 3. It's called like the Creep Tapes or something like that. But it's the same dude.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
the guy from the league.
Yeah. Mark Duplass. Yeah. If they put him in it, what if they put him in it, but he's wearing the wolf mask? Would you play as him?
Yeah.
I don't know what his core mechanic would be.
I don't know. Imagine though in the new Creep, you see Taco on there.
Dude, Taco does the soundtrack for the movie.
Whoa. Shiba Kamini. But yeah, I would play as the Creep guy.
You play as the Creep guy?
Dude,
Okay.
that movie creeps me out. Like, it does. Straight up. Or the killer. Oh, no. From
No one saw that.
from the Poughkeepsie tapes. Oh. Yeah.
Like when he comes in walking on all fours
All
with
fours.
the mask on.
Yes.
Ooh, that would be creepy as fuck, dude. Yeah.
The Poughkeepsie tapes guy.
Dude,
be a good one.
that's a movie that like
Hard to watch.
hard to watch movie.
Jane puts that on in the background.
Yeah, that's the one. I remember one time, like I was over just hanging out. There was like a few of us, and she's just like, out of no, we were just having a fun time.
Yeah.
It was not Halloween or anything.
Board
and she's
games.
just like, y'all want to play, watch the Poughkeepsie tapes? And I'm like, bro, that is not a movie you just throw on.
It is actually draining.
Yes. Like I remember when she finally convinced us as a group to show it, because like someone hadn't seen it. I can't remember who it was.
Yeah.
But we watched it. Movie ends. Like lights turn on and like everyone just kind of sat there like
For a second,
not talking.
for like a minute.
And we're just like
for a couple of minutes.
I was just like, you glad we watched it, Jane?
It's really but yeah, I think those two, the Poughkeepsie tapes guy or Creep guy.
In Creep, you would come back to the game if you got
Yeah.
to play as either of them. Okay,
Dude, how cool would that be?
It'd be
Who would
pretty
you
cool.
play? Who would you book as your fantasy killer?
Honestly, the Terrifier, bro. I
Art?
think I think there's I can't think of exactly, but like I feel like there would be a mechanic in there involving his sack that he comes around.
Of course.
So
Where
basically,
he can draw a different weapon.
yeah,
right?
because like for example, Dracula specifically from Castlevania is a killer.
What?
Yeah. And like he gets like 3 forms that he gets to cycle between. One, he can like there's one just regular Dracula mode where he kind of just floats around and he can like make like fire and stuff like that. But then he can also go into like a wolf mode where he has like sort of like a pounce attack. And then he can go into bat mode, of course, which like he can't attack during bat mode, but he can like fly
Scout.
through windows and stuff. Yeah. So he's a lot more mobile. So like something like that with Art the Clown where, you know, his sack, you get different weapons and like depending on what weapon you get, you can like do different things.
Yeah.
I don't know what they would be, but I feel like that would be kind of cool.
Yeah. You know what? A little bit off topic of the game. I'm
Okay.
curious. What do you think blew up the Terrifier into mainstream relevancy? Because we watched that when it was like
It was
indie.
on Netflix?
No, it wasn't Netflix. It was like some obscure ass site. The first one.
The first, I could have sworn it was on Netflix or Amazon and we just happened to be like, oh, what
it
is
wasn't.
this?
It wasn't. I know that it wasn't. The second one maybe.
Maybe,
But-
okay. Well, the second one I saw in theaters because like I love the first one.
But yeah, like, do you remember the time where
I think it was,
he pulled like a blick?
Yeah.
And Marky was like, "What the fuck?"
well, yeah, because that's something that you don't expect in a slasher movie.
A killer.
You don't
Yeah.
like if you're watching Nightmare on Elm Street or Friday the 13th, you don't expect Jason or Freddy to just like pull out a gun and just shoot someone.
Yeah.
They just don't do that. And that's why it was so
It broke. It broke like
What?
Oh, another one that would be pretty good is the character from. It's not The Conjuring. What's the other one?
sinister.
Yes.
Oh, Bagul?
Yeah.
Bro.
And you just hear his song.
He has a song?
It's like that creepy little ass song where he's like sharpening like where he's in that hell and he's like sharpening a tool or whatever.
Oh wait, are you thinking of Insidious?
Yes, that one.
Oh, okay.
That's Sinister.
Although
that one.
Sinister also.
Sinister's pretty good too. Yeah, dude, they have a lot they can pull from.
They have like anytime there's a new
All they have
horror
to do
movie,
is contract Bloomhouse.
yeah. But then also they make good original ones because actually when we were playing, I the first round we played together, I was playing killer. Do you remember that thing that I was? Had like a long neck.
Yes.
And yeah, that was an original killer to the game.
Ah,
And it like when that one came out, I was like, this thing scares me, dude.
yeah.
That thing is creepy.
But yeah, they have a lot. I think that the game is good though. I did enjoy it. I mean, I was scared though. So I mean, it's a little different, right?
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, so anything else as far as design besides the sound and everything?
I mean, the character designs are just. I mean, so it's very dark, grim. It sets the mood for the game, and it's the environment matches the theme of the gameplay, and I think
Yes.
they've done a very good job at it. It's not cartoony, like you said. It's more on the serious
it's
side
more,
of spooks.
I don't know if you call it photorealistic or not,
it's not quite.
well, I don't know what you call it because yeah, it's not photorealism, but it's not cartoony either.
Yeah.
It's gritty,
Yeah.
but you can still tell it's a video game.
Yeah.
I don't know what you call that. But speaking of environments, like the maps themselves are really cool.
So is every map randomly generated?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Except
the-
some certain tile sets are always present.
the layout of the overall map, like where stairs are, where like doors to a building are, those are always the same. What can change is like the placement of where pallets are, the placement of where like those jungle gyms I was talking about
Okay.
are.
Okay.
But like, for example, a really cool map they have is RPD, the police station from Raccoon City.
That's fun. Is Nemesis on there?
Yeah, Nemesis. Both Nemesis and Wesker are both killers.
Of course, Wesker's a fucking killer.
Yeah. Bro, and I hate going against Wesker.
I hated Wesker in MVC. I'm a hate a
Yeah.
motherfucker here too,
Bro,
probably.
he's annoying. But so like for example, the RPD, right? It's a big old police station. There's always going to be like the front entrance to the police station. There's always going to be like this
I
kind of
see, I
stairwell.
see.
But like, is there going to be a pallet in that stairwell? You don't
see.
know.
Is Pyramid Head on there?
Pyramid Head is in there.
Trying to think of other games.
Pyramid Head is in there.
Is Slenderman?
No.
From
Actually.
Minecraft.
Right.
No, that's Enderman.
That's Enderman, yeah.
But Slenderman would be a
I'm
pretty good one.
surprised Slenderman is not in the game.
Yeah, what the hell?
Cause like I don't think anyone owns the rights to Slenderman either, right?
Oh, someone has to.
Cause he was sort of just like a internet.
A fanfic.
Yeah, like I don't know.
Someone has to though. I'm trying to think who else.
Xenomorph, Pyramid Head. I'm trying to think. She's called the Pig, but from Saw.
Saw.
Yeah. It's not John Kramer. It's like
it's
his
not
apprentice
Kramer.
girl.
I see.
And she wears the pig head and stuff. She's in the game.
That's
She jump scares me
I don't.
because she goes into kind of a stealth mode also. But when she jumps out, it makes like this like roar noise, like a lion's roar almost. It's really weird, but it scares me every time.
Is depression on there? Just as a killer?
When I lose,
Because that's a good killer.
when I'm a killer and I get a bully squad, depression's on there.
Obesity's on there too.
Damn.
So as far as we covered the environment, the sound. Is there anything else you want to bring up?
I think that's pretty much it. It's I guess like you haven't played the game as much.
No.
But let me ask you, like, from your minimal time playing it,
Yeah.
is there anything that you would like add or change to the game?
No.
Really? Okay.
I mean, because if I did, I would change the nature of the game.
Okay.
And I don't want to, I feel, sully it. Because I think they've done a very good job.
Yeah.
Like, even if the game isn't for me, it's very well made. And, I mean, obviously it is because it's still a fucking ongoing game. And they're consistently adding shit. That's a show of how good a game is. The base core game is so good that it has remained unchanged since 2016.
Yeah. And not only that, there's been other asynchronous multiplayer
Yeah,
games
Texas
out there,
Chainsaw.
and they don't last.
Texas Chainsaw.
Texas Chainsaw, but also remember Evolve?
Evolve sucked.
Yeah, like there's been a lot of games that try to do the same thing and they just don't last.
But DBD has been there.
For almost 10 years.
They've developed that formula to succeed, and I feel any change from someone who doesn't play as much would be like taking a Redditor's opinion seriously, right?
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know what the fuck you're
Yeah,
talking about.
because even me, like I've thought about it, and you're right. Like maybe there is just something to this formula that just is the
works.
secret formula, right? Because like what one thing that I've thought about that I'd like to see maybe different is like every single game, it's always get 5 generators working, open the gates.
Oh, you want like different objectives?
I feel like I feel like it should almost like fit the map, you know, like the theme of the map.
Yeah.
So like for example, when the Xenomorph and Ellen Ripley came out, they also came out with an alien
Map. Yeah,
and
we
it's supposed
played
to
it.
be where the Nostromo crashed.
We played that
and
one.
stuff. We played that one, and I'm like, I almost feel like it's weird that we're trying to get these old junky generators
When
going
there's a
on this
fucking
planet.
spaceship.
And I'm like, wouldn't it be kind of cool if instead of like these old junky generators, we're like trying to get a ship together and working so we can take off on the ship.
I can see.
You know?
Yeah. I think
So-
that's cool.
Something to kind of just lend itself more to the themes of each map. But like you said, I don't know. Is that messing too much with the formula? Would that?
Kind of hard to change the Krabby Patty formula.
Yeah, and it's also because it's been around this long. I feel like any game, right? Any competitive game, especially once it's been around for too long, anytime you introduce too big of a change, it's like a big. Even if it's a good change,
So
people are not going to like it. 'Cause
are
people
they
don't
like
change.
League whenever they introduce a new character? That character is fucking over the top, balls to the wall, can 1v5 type shit.
A lot of the time.
Oh,
A
okay.
lot of time. Because like Chucky, like he used to be even worse.
So if that's the case, then yeah, I mean they have a good working model, but yeah, as long as they balance it better than League.
Yeah.
Like Riot doesn't know how to balance shit.
Yeah, there's definitely been like swings over the course of the game where like there have been times where like survivors are sort of heavily favored because of how perks are balanced or whatever, but then it also will swing sometimes to where killers really have the advantage in the meta and stuff like that. So
I think it's cool.
yeah,
I
it's
enjoyed
a
it.
fun game. If you are not as prone to being spooked and like sort of to mix horror with a competitive game kind of thing, Dead by Daylight might be
Might
for
be your
you.
jam.
Yeah, it might be
Yeah.
your jam, and it's a lot of fun. It's definitely one of those games where I think it's like easy to learn, hard to master kind of thing. Because yeah, like I'll shout out. I don't know him personally, but I'll shout out. There's a channel on YouTube named his name is not Ots Darva. Ots Darva, yeah. Everyone calls him Ots. He's like a Dead by Daylight
Big DBD guy.
yeah. And like watching him play, and like a lot of times he'll be commentating on pro play. Watching those types of games is like
A different world.
it's like a whole different game, man.
Yeah, that's just how it is.
Yeah,
I would say you should play it even if you are prone to getting spooked.
especially with friends.
With friends.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is, a lot of games are just better with friends.
Yeah, that's true. That's
Again,
always
I'm
true.
so sorry if you're a fucking friendless guy.
There's a lot
plenty
of
other
single
games.
player. Silent Hill 2 remake just came out.
Yes.
That's a single player game.
Hell, dude, RE7. Dead Space is free on PSN, on PS Plus.
For the month of October. I don't know if when you're watching this. For the month of October 2024,
Go get it.
go get it. It's free right now.
Free right now. And it's the remaster.
Yeah.
One of the best games I've ever played.
Dead Space is a classic.
Yeah, there's plenty of games if you don't got friends. I mean, honestly, you can still play this game, bro. You just be the fucking
Be the killer,
Be
yeah.
the killer. Fuck the people
Go
that got
mess up
friends.
some other people's days.
Yeah. You got friends, huh? Stab.
Spooked.
Take that, friends. Oh. If you have no friends, hit us up.
But yeah, so I think that's kind
That
of
covers it.
Yeah, it kind of wraps up everything about Dead by Daylight. Yeah, I think it's a lot of fun. It
was fun.
It was fun playing with you.
It even with me yelling shit. Oh wait, you didn't hear it.
Well, not the first game. I got to play with you on Survivor, and yeah, you screamed a lot.
Okay. Oh, here's a way to end it for October. I think that we nailed it.
Wait, hang on. I think there's